We live. We live. All right, so we being live right now. We're gonna watch. I'm not gonna watch this whole video because I don't want to steal the attention away from it. So I wanted to just watch. I don't know. This video kind of looks interesting. I know Synthetic Man. He also has a new Chudcast, which I need to listen to. But yeah, let's just watch a little bit of this. I'm gonna skip some parts of it. But let's start this.
I have a simple question for you. Do you think the Mona Lisa should be remade? I mean, think about it. It's been 500 years. I'm sure some better artists than Leonardo da Vinci have come along by now. There's probably better techniques, better technology. I mean, come on, bro. You expect me to look at the Mona Lisa with these graphics? Now, of course, I'm
Come on, bro. Oh, that was really
being
good.
facetious here, but it's better technology. 500 years. I'm sure some better artists than Leonardo da Vinci have come along by now. There's probably better techniques, better technology. I mean, come
No way, man.
on, bro. You expect me to look at the Mona Lisa with these graphics?
Man, that Mona Lisa be hella thick.
Now, of course, I'm being facetious here, but I think you know where I'm going with this. I don't want to completely remake my Silent Hill 2 video, because I think all of you guys already know how I feel about video game remakes. I just don't think they should exist, for the most part. The only video games that really should be remade were the heavily flawed games that are either forever unfinished, or were overly ambitious and the technology at the time made it so the developers couldn't fulfill their dream game.
Oh my gosh, the 1 millionth time somebody references Resident Evil Remake. Yes, we know. We know. All right. It's the remake. Nobody makes remakes at that quality, by the way. I mean, nobody. It's very rare.
Their magnum opus. But it's obvious that whenever one of the games
It's
that
an
is considered to be
anomaly.
one of the greatest games of all time, for whatever reason, is being remade, it's obviously a cash grab. Or if we want to be charitable, you could say it's an attempt to revive a dead IP. And Konami themselves admitted that they want to revive Metal Gear, so it makes sense if they were to pick any game in the series to be remade, it would be arguably the most popular one. Now, I'm going to give you a crazy take right here. I think Metal Gear Solid 3 is a good game. I know, I'm a huge contrarian.
I don't know, man. I don't really like MGS3 that much, but I'm kind of a scrub at these kind of games. That's why I don't like them.
In Metal Gear Solid 3 being good? What? It's just movie game slop. Actually, there are some of you that legitimately believe that. That said, I don't think it's a perfect game. It's definitely not one of my favorite games. So this is not going to be like my Silent Hill 2 remake review, where I compare all the aesthetic changes between the original.
I remember for this boss fight when I first played it, I did the trick where you just like fast forward the what is it, the clock on your console, and it was on my PS3 because I was playing this on my PS3 at the time, and yeah, it just kills him because he dies. He'll like the game will fast forward and he'll just die.
Original version of the game and the remake, because I only played
Pretty
MGS3
funny.
one time 11 or 12 years ago, and I'd forgotten most of it when I played through the remake, which was probably pretty evident if you watched my live stream gameplay. So I'm not making this video as a super fan who is here to nitpick every
I've only played MGS3 like 2 times. I'm barely a fan.
change from the original. As someone who is a casual fan of Metal Gear, I've got to say, outside of a few glaring issues that we'll get into, this is a pretty faithful graphical remake. And of course, the discussion around remakes is a little bit different.
Which is kind of, I don't even understand how you can make that claim, dude. Like, you played the game once, like 10 years ago, and you can make the claim that it's a faithful graphical remake. You can't make that claim. It doesn't even have the same aesthetic. How are you going to argue that it's the faithful remake? If it was a faithful remake, it would just be the Blue Point collection again. This is not faithful in that sense. I'll say this, at least at the very least, it looks like they didn't mess up the UI. Like, the UI is still kind of in that MGS3 style. So I'll give them credit for that. They didn't go Demon Souls remake style and end up ruining the UI and giving this crappy UI that they put in every game now.
When it is what some people would call a remaster. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole debate about what's a remaster, what's a remake, what's a reimagining, etc., etc. I'm just going to call this a graphical remake because essentially that's what it is. I think it might actually be more appropriate to call this a deluxe remaster, which is ironic given how crappy the Dead Rising remaster was last year, but that's more or less what this is. Now, before I get into the finer details of this remake, there is something important I need.
All right, we're going to skip this part. This is like his channel problem.
Gear Solid Delta. It already kind of goes above and beyond by adding back the Guy Savage minigame from the Dream sequence and the Ape Escape minigame as well. These are things that a lot of modern
I didn't know they did that.
remakes would have just cut with them from the dream sequence.
They added the dream sequence stuff. I know I've never played that stuff really, so I'm not really a big fan of that. I actually have no experience with that stuff, so I guess that's cool.
And the Ape Escape minigame as well. These are things that a lot of modern remakes would have just cut without a second thought. So there's no doubt in my mind that this is an above average remake that is being held back by a few glaring issues, the main one just being the performance. That's not going to be something I spend too much time on because I'm not a technical expert, but if you've ever watched the channel Nick Tech, I think he shows off pretty simply how poorly this game runs. It is very terribly optimized.
Everything runs like crap now. Every game runs like crap on my PC. And like I don't have like a crazy GPU. I don't even know what my GPU is actually. Let me look it up. System. What the heck? System. Why is that the system? How do you see this crap again? I think you go to like I've been not using Windows for so long. I forgot how to do all this crap. I think you can actually go on here, click PC and properties, and then I'll give you the about. I have a AMD Radeon RX 7600, an 8 GB GPU. My last GPU like burned in like a thunderstorm, like it got burned to death, and so it just stopped working one day. Same thing with my old TV. So I ruined an old TV and my GPU. So my friend gave me a GPU for free. It just gave me this GPU, so I got lucky there, man. Well, and everything runs like crap on it. So I don't know. Is it a bad GPU? I can't even play stupid what's that one game? RoboCop. It runs like crap on my PC. I was annoyed about that too because I wanted to play that game. Whatever.
I mean, even with a 5090, your GPU fans are shooting louder than a jet engine. Given how tiny the maps are in Metal Gear Solid 3, it's ridiculous. This isn't a sandbox game. Probably the biggest area is like a quarter square miles or something. The game.
Yeah, it's inexcusable, man. Check out this Threat Interactive channel. Can't really show it here. I don't want to have to like go back, but if you look up Threat Interactive on YouTube, he covers all that stuff with modern day graphics engines like Unreal. He just goes like hard on these guys over how like poorly optimized a lot of their solutions are for graphical effects and how inefficient they are. And mix that in with just how inexperienced most of these modern, devs are, and that they don't know how to optimize these graphics and stuff. And yeah, it's insane. Like games are just so unoptimized nowadays, and they don't need to be. I mean, they don't look any better than PS4 games fundamentally, and so why do they run worse on better hardware? It doesn't make any sense. Like the PS4 is what, like it's like over 10 years old. It's a 12-year-old console. It's insane.
Game is a bunch of tiny little maps with just a handful of enemies sprinkled, yet it can't even maintain 60 FPS with the best graphics cards on the market.
60 FPS
and the frame drops sometimes happen at the most
point.
random times. Like there's a small swamp area early on in the game, and there's rain pouring down around you, and if you just turn around the camera too fast, the frame rate drops to like 20 or even worse. I even had a bizarre crash early on where I just knifed a crocodile one too many times and the game crashed, and apparently this is a known issue that they're working on fixing.
The crocodile murder glitch. What the heck, dude? That's hilarious. Kill a crocodile and you're punished.
The worst part in the entire game is right near the end during the Shago Hot boss battle. For some reason, the frame dips to ridiculous lows throughout like half the fight or more, which was starting to make the game borderline unplayable. And I'm sure many of you noticed this is a running theme with Unreal Engine 5 games. They're all poorly optimized, stutter like crazy, have insanely high system requirements, all have the same aesthetic style because they're outsourced to India and China where they have these asset farms. And that subject is probably worth its own video, but given how many more
I thought he was going to make a video on Unreal Engine, but he ended up not. I don't know if he's going to still do it, but
UE5 games are coming out the rest of this year. I might as well just wait until they all release, and then we'll talk about that subject in a future Gaming is Dying style video. So while sure, I can acknowledge good things about this remake, I think the graphics mostly look quite good, though a few of the characters look uncanny, particularly Ocelot, whose chin has been elongated to the degree that he...
Dude, he looks weird. I didn't actually think he would look like Robbie Rotten, but...
That looks like Robbie Rotten.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely does have that look to him. He looks. What did he originally look like? Let me see. What did he originally look like? Revolver, Ocelot, MGS3. He's not in MGS2. Yeah, that's a completely different look, man. Here, I'll show it. I'll add it. Let's elongate this. Make sure this is a transformative content. Okay, we'll just do that. Window capture. Select a window. Brave. Yeah, there it is. Totally different. I bookmark low IQ because we're gonna be looking at that. Completely different. Different human being. That's insane. Look at that. What is up with that? Looks nothing like him. Why do they do this? I don't understand why they just don't literally copy this face. Like, what compels somebody to do the other thing? That's doesn't make any sense.
Which is incredibly distracting. And the boss, although she always looked pretty androgynous, now just straight up looks like David Bowie. I mean, that's a man, dude.
Well, I mean, come on. Obviously, the boss was designed after David Bowie.
Another thing, too, is that it reuses
David Bowie's a homosexual retard anyways. Who cares?
all of the original voice lines and animations from the game. Reusing the voice acting is not so bad because I think they'd really screw it up, and they probably wouldn't rehire David Hayter, for being honest, which would completely ruin the experience. But at the same time, some of the voice acting was very questionable from the original, which, you know, was 2004. People's expectations weren't that high. But the boss is incredibly monotone throughout the entire game. It definitely just sounds like she's reading lines off a script.
I'm afraid I must ask you to show me some proof that you and he were not in collusion.
You don't trust me, is that it?
Not that, but
I don't know. I think it's fine. She just kind of seems autistic, which I think is kind of funny, actually.
he is your apprentice.
What do you want me to do?
And the same goes for quite a few other characters as well. I'd also say Ocelot comes across very flat at various times. So re-recording some of those lines would probably
classic,
be pretty
man.
controversial, again,
know.
because it'd probably replace the actors. But at
No,
the same
keep it.
time, as long as they had the ability to switch between the old and new voice acting, I think that would actually add a lot to this remake. I mean, they already did that with the controls. You can do the legacy control scheme or the new control scheme, and it actually fundamentally changes a few aspects of the gameplay from what I've been told. I only played this with the new controls, which feel quite good, definitely better than the original. And I honestly don't really have any major complaints. I think the gameplay in Metal Gear Solid 3
How can you even say that, dude? You played the game once. Like, how could you make the comparison? Like, I'm not trying to bash Kobe here, but you can't be going around making statements like that when you haven't freaking played the original game in like 10 years. I can't even make that statement. I played the game more than you.
is great. But as for the other issue, the reused animations, a lot of these look very goofy with the updated graphics. I mean, the whole PS2 motion capture rigging just looks pretty jank and over the top. And I know that Metal Gear has always been very over the top, basically just anime with a realistic art style. But yeah, some of this is a little cringe. Now, since you already know how I feel about remakes,
Man,
and this is a purely graphical remake, so there's not even that much to actually talk about, you may just be wondering at this point, should you buy the game?
But why didn't they do MGS2? That's kind of weird they didn't do MGS2.
Normally, I would save this question for the conclusion, but I'd say it's pretty important to just answer this right here. The simple answer is no, because it runs so poorly, and maybe they'll patch that and fix it. Who knows? But as of right now, $70 for a game that might not even run on your computer, and from what I've heard, it also runs terribly on
run on
console.
mine.
No, there's no reason to buy this. I'm sure there's going to be some people who want to buy this out of
No, it
principle
won't run
just
on
because
mine.
they want to revive the Metal Gear franchise. But as much as I don't like Kojima, is it really Metal Gear without Kojima as the director? Yeah, he's not the only reason these games are good. Obviously, he's not. All you have to do is take one look at the Death Stranding games to know that this is probably more likely a George Lucas situation where the people
That's so cringe, dude. What is that?
around him were just as important, if not more so, than he was at making sure the game is actually good. I don't feel like looking it up, but if we're just saying hypothetically it takes 50 to 100 people to make a good game 20 years ago, most of those people were important. This was not a time where you had a million fake tech jobs, basically professional babysitting for women and diversity hires.
Oh, come on. Don't be sexist, man. We gotta defend women's. I love women's, all right? So don't criticize them.
No, every person that worked on the Metal Gear games was important, but I digress. That subject could be its own video. Even though the short answer is no, you shouldn't buy the remake, the long answer is maybe a little bit more complicated because some of you have probably never played Metal
It's kind of weird. I actually don't think it looks bad. I think the graphics are actually pretty decent. I think they kind of fit with the aesthetic somewhat with the older games, but I don't know. It honestly just reminds me of the Pachinko game that they made like years ago. Like after Konami just gave up on gaming for like 10 years, then they started making like Pachinko like games of like based off of like Silent Hill 2 like and like Metal Gear and like Castlevania and crap. So yeah, that was annoying, but
Metal Gear Solid 3
Whatever.
or any of the Metal Gear games other than 5. So you might be wondering, how well have those games aged? I'd say when it comes to gameplay, Metal Gear Solid 3 is definitely still a very fun game, especially when you've forgotten most of the game, so you still sort of have that joy of discovery of how to beat the creative bosses, right? My live stream chat basically bullied me into doing a non-lethal run of all the bosses, which I'd never done before, and so that provided a pretty unique challenge for me that made it a lot more interesting. As far as stealth games go, especially if we're comparing to modern ones, Metal Gear Solid 3, at least on hard difficulty, really doesn't give you a whole lot of player feedback. Some of it is borderline trial and error gameplay, where the enemy sight lines are definitely above average for the stealth genre, I'll say, even with a great camo index. So you can get instantly spotted around a corner by an enemy that, unless you're playing the game at a snail's pace, you're not really given enough reaction time to avoid being immediately detected and setting off an alert status. And alert status is very annoying.
Is he into the actual review of the game? Yeah. Let's just skip that part and let's just go to the ranting part here. I don't really want to spend too much time on this.
It's time we get into the story, because this is really where I have a problem. Metal Gear Solid 3 is essentially the origin story of the series. Instead of following the adventures of Solid Snake, we play as Big Boss.
I remember him saying on his live streams that he hated how Big Boss or whatever, the boss was like just like this feminist icon back then, you know? So it's like, let's see what he thinks of Let's see what he says here. It's probably going to say the same thing.
AKA Naked Snake, the original one. And this is essentially a spy thriller set in the 60s during the Cold War, and the basic plot is actually very similar to Metal Gear Solid 1. We have to infiltrate a military base and stop an experimental weapon that can launch nukes stealthily, which could cause World War III and end the world, right? The spy thriller aspect is handled fairly well. Half the characters in the main cast are a double agent of some kind. My biggest problem is that, as an adult, someone who's been exposed to left-wing propaganda for over a decade at this point, it is very obvious how left-wing
It's been well over a decade, man.
Kojima has been since the beginning. This might actually be the most blatant piece of political propaganda he's ever produced. And I know people might think that sounds crazy given how obvious some of the symbolism in the two Death Stranding games are.
Well, MGS2 was literally just predictive programming, so, I mean, really, hasn't he been kind of in the loop with the New World Order since at least then?
But Metal Gear Solid 3 directly advocates for globalism through the most blatant Mary Sue character that may have ever existed outside of a teenage girl's fanfiction. Seriously, the boss is one of the worst girl boss characters that I've ever seen in my life. And I know you guys are going to think I'm exaggerating, especially if you haven't played the game in a long time. So I'm just going to give you a very basic description of her. The boss is a middle-aged woman who fought in World War II as part of the Special Cobra unit that helped end the war. She fought on the beaches of Normandy.
I have all my historical knowledge from Metal Gear Solid. That is how I know about the world, about world history. I'll tell you that, man. That is how I know about world history. Metal Gear Solid.
While she was pregnant, she is considered the mother of special forces. She helped develop the greatest martial art, at least for warfare, CQC, alongside Naked Snake, and despite the fact they worked together to develop it, she whoops his butt 4 times over the course of the game, at like 50 years old. I'm not even joking. Oh, and I almost forgot, on top of everything else I just named, the boss was also the first woman in space. Does it add anything to the story to have this extra little detail? Not really, except it was part of her monologue about globalism being good, actually. Now,
first woman in space. You know what's funny though? I was watching Pokemon 3 on TV, which is kind of weird. I don't want to explain it, but I was watching Pokemon 3, and that story was all about Ash's mom getting kidnapped by some like Pokemon who is, I guess, is it like a Pokemon who has like the soul of like some father who is trying to find a mother for his daughter or something like that. But I was watching that and I was thinking, what's up with Japan's obsession with mothers? It's just like Ash doesn't have a freaking dad. Like no shonen protagonist has a freaking dad. Like there's like no dads in anime. Is there like no dads in Japan? Are they all just like dadless? Is that why all the guys are just obsessed with women all the time? It's weird. I feel like that's a Japanese cultural thing.
I know you're going to get some Kojima fanboys that come up with all sorts of excuses how this isn't blatant left-wing propaganda, that not only is one of the greatest soldiers who ever lived a woman, right? But also she fought on the beaches of Normandy, dude. If this came out today, if Battlefield 7 or 8 or 10 or whatever had a campaign where a girl boss fought on the beaches of Normandy and stopped World War II, everyone would say it was woke. Every single person. The only reason that people wouldn't say it's woke is just because this game came out 20 years ago and because it's over the top in like anime, and so you're not supposed to take it seriously. And yet, Kojima fanboys 100% take it seriously. They follow this philosophy. Speaking of philosophy.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, it was propaganda back then. I mean, I always thought it was annoying when I was younger and you would watch like cartoons and there would always be like a female only episode where like it was like promoting girls, right? Like, oh, this is like, remember Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like when you watch like the first season, like there's like a episode like 10 episodes in where it's just like, oh, they go to like this all female village, and they're constantly demeaning the brother, right? Sokka, right? They constantly demeaning him, and his stupid like dumb sister is like smarter than him and everything like that. And then in that episode, it's about like, oh, look how women can be stronger than men, right? And it's like every freaking show. But go back to like the early 2000s and watch like all the cartoons that most people my age, and if you're in your 30s or late 20s, go back and watch them. Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon crap. Always an episode like that. There's always going to be at least one or two, dude. It's just that was part of the propaganda back then, and I always hated those episodes. So definitely it was there back then. So this girl boss thing is not an anomaly for the era. It's probably pretty normal, really.
Her personal politics are straight up propaganda. She believes that the world was whole once upon a time. Her entire motivation as a character is to create world peace because that's how we used to be. We all used to love each other as human beings.
She's basically a communist. That's what communists believe. They believe in like this whole origin where like humanity started off as a communist society, basically, that we all lived in these commune like societies with no war, no problems, and then slavery started, and the entire history of capitalism and property ownership is history. That history is essentially the history of slavery and the history of property, and that property is inherently evil. That's their whole ideology. So it's like the same thing. She's just a communist. No wonder she's on the Russian side right at this point in the story.
That was never true at any point in human history. Are you kidding me? Globalism was never successfully implemented, thank God, and it sure as heck is not a good thing. Again,
Tower of Babel, right? They try to do it.
as an adult playing this game, it is so blatant how much propaganda is in here. It is crazy. And you can't even say that you enjoy this series in spite of the boss, because she inspired the entire events of the whole series after this. Not just Big Boss's actions, but also Zero's actions and that of the Patriots by extension, aka this universe Illuminati. The boss is arguably the most important character in Metal Gear outside of Big Boss himself, and people are just okay with this. There's other details too I left out as well. She's Ocelot's mother. Metaphorically, she's Big Boss's mother figure as well, on top of whooping his butt in multiple occasions.
Who's his father? Who's Naked Snake's father?
So read into that how you will. And Snake has to kill her at the end of the game. She has to be the fall guy to achieve world peace, even though that's not what happens. She thought that somehow getting access to billions of dollars was going to fix the world somehow. That's another incredibly naive left-wing way of thinking. Oh yes, if you just throw enough money at a problem, we'll solve human nature. Yeah, that makes sense. Whatever. My point is, no, Kojima is not this Nostradamus who predicts everything that happens in the future. In fact, part of the monologue is that the boss doesn't think the US and Russia will still be enemies in the 21st century. Oops, I guess he didn't predict that one right.
I mean, come on, dude. It's all a stage play anyways. It's not real. America's not really enemies with Russia. It's just something they have to do for show, right? It's all a game, you know? Everything is what does Shakespeare say? Shakespeare say? He said the world's a stage or whatever. I mean, that's like literally what it is, right? The world stage, people say it all the time.
Even the things Kojima did get right, infamously in Metal Gear Solid 2 about memes and AI and all that stuff, a lot of that wasn't even written by him. That was written by Fukushima, who wrote all of the codec calls. Also, a lot of that stuff was already predicted by sci-fi authors decades before he did it. I just hate this like cult that Kojima has around himself, because it's been very apparent by his last two games that he's a hack. He is nothing without his team. And that would be worth its own video, but whatever.
Pretty much, man. That's the case for most of these developers. These Japs that bring VTubers into their games. Look at this dumb idiot here who I really, I don't even hate this girl, but I mean, come on. It's just stupid. It just completely breaks your immersion.
Supposed to be talking about Metal Gear Solid 3, right? The point is, I think it's a great game. I do. But it definitely has one of the weaker stories in the series. Not as bad as 4 or 5, for sure. That's when Kojima went full George Lucas on the series and basically ruined everything. But it's definitely not one of my favorites. It's without a doubt overrated by Metal Gear fans, and it is full of left-wing propaganda if you have even a slightly analytical lens on these sorts of things. But I'd say, as a video game, the gameplay is still quite good, holds up really well.
All right, I guess that's mostly it. What else is gonna have?
I'm experimenting a little bit here. I want to see if this video shows up under restricted mode on YouTube, because...
Okay, he's just talking about his channel. Dragon Ball the Breakers, man. Dragon Ball the Breakers. Wow. All right, let me pull up Low IQ people. Let's check out low IQ people. We'll just be on here for like 10 minutes and then we'll play something. Let's see, this was posted 13 hours ago. Is anyone else completely non-functional? I have to preface this with the fact that please read this all. While I'm not low IQ, I'm effectively intellectually disabled. My IQ is within a normal range if you consider my sex and race and country of birth. But I promise I am not like some people who come into this. Okay? Community. Because my intellectual functions are still impaired to the point that I can't function. And I don't know where else to talk about this. So I hope you'll forgive me, but I think you will, because there really is no difference between us. By this, I mean I cannot leave my house. I mean, I barely leave my house. In fact, I have not left my room besides to urinate and defecate for months. Okay, I'm functionally illiterate. I have to reread sentences 3 to 6 times before I can understand them, and often paragraphs or sentences just mean nothing at all to me, and I cannot decode them. Same goes for audible dialogue. I don't know, maybe because you're not eating and getting sunlight or enough nutrition, and yeah, I think your brain is probably trying to not die, you know, compared to, or it's, dude, you need to like do basic stuff in your life in order for your brain to work properly. You're not going to be able to do basic things like read when you're stuck in your room literally all day, every day, not doing anything. Thus, reading or talking to people isn't possible or enjoyable for me because I'm not able to think up sentences or replies on the spot either, let alone understand them. I'm completely uneducable. I think I mean uneducatable. I'm not capable of retaining any information as my memory is poor. I cannot remember just one sentence. I mean, you apparently were functional enough to write this whole thing, so I don't know, man. I left school when I was 14. I have not showered or brushed my teeth in over a year. For over a year. I apparently don't know capitalization either, dude. Maybe I should go take like an adult school or something. Go to adult school. I cannot make myself food, not even things like canned food or noodles. What how is this even possible? What do you do? I neglect to attend to them and I have nearly burnt my house down before. Cooking. All right, well that's ridiculous. I do not have any skills whatsoever and I do nothing all day because I am not able to perform any task or activity. And it is not so fun for life because there are things I'd like to be able to do, like play video games, okay, and I learn to read a language, or I'd like to learn about a subject that interests me, or I'd like to be able to draw or cultivate an aesthetic and an identity, cultivate an aesthetic and identity, or I'd like to go on walks, or I'd like to have friends to talk to them, but I'm not able to attain any of that and never will be able to because my biology is inferior. I'll talk about a run-on sentence, dude. Okay. And each day I rot and I am brought closer to my death. This is depressing, dude. Okay, so I put the question to you. Are you completely non-functional like me? I hope you aren't, but I also hope you are because I do not feel well and I wish there were people like me. Thank you. Okay. You can have ADHD, androgynous depression. What the heck is endogenous? Oh, and I thought it was endogenous depression, autism, nutritional deficiencies, disorders like post-traumatic stress. To be honest, man, I think he probably just has nutritional deficiencies and he's probably depressed. Did you go to a neurologist who gave you the IQ test? If you only did it once, that evidence is unreliable. Have you tried antidepressants or antipsychotics? Yeah, get yourself on drugs. That's the good idea. Welcome to Reddit. What's the solution? Rugs. How did you write the message and manage to find this out? I'm sorry if my comment's a bit strange. I'd like to be able to help you. I appreciate your persistence with me. This isn't PTSD or depression. What would PTSD of what? I love how people are just using PTSD as like a catch-all term for like what past events that are traumatic. It's like everything is traumatic apparently to these people. It isn't PTSD or depression, as what I have is congenital. I don't even know what that word means. Of or related to a condition that is present at birth as a result of either heredity or environmental influences. He's born with it. I have done several IQ tests. I did one in person test when I was much younger, and several online tests, and I always scored 118 or 122. Okay, so I have taken antidepressants and antipsychotics before in addition to stimulants. Nothing has had effects on me. I believe I have some sort of hereditary neurological disorder. I write these messages over the course of 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. I found the subreddit by searching for it. Thank you. Problem is your self-esteem. Shouldn't be so bad if you had more intelligence than me. Yeah, I don't know. This guy's just depressing, if anything. I feel like it's my fault to have a low IQ. I really do feel that if only I've read more books, play more chess, etc. During my childhood, on my free time, instead I just did mindless activities like watching YouTube videos, playing some repetitive games, etc. I probably would have had an average high IQ if I read a lot of books as a child, do cognitive stuff like chess. Now, as a young adult, it's too late to do something about it, as IQ starts to become more stable when you're over 18. How old are these people, man? What is it? So you can't like give yourself more IQ by reading books and playing chess. That's not even how it works, right? I blame my parents who knew all that they had to do and decided not to because they didn't want to. Honestly, I know you shouldn't blame your parents, but I kind of do. I mean, I guess it's kind of your parents' fault for raising a retarded person, but that's like maybe it's just because they're retarded, you know? You can't blame them too much. You are a member of the most intelligent species on the planet. Oh man, that reminds me of that meme of on like Twitter of like what was it? Some guy was saying like, "Oh, you're like a skeleton powered by magic." I wonder if I can find that. Uh, yeah, this is this is so gay. Chuck Wendig. Tuesday, the day you realize that nothing can stop you because you are a magic skeleton packed with meat and animated with electricity and imagination. You have a cave in your face full of sharp bones and 5 tentacles at the end of each arm. You can do anything, magic skeleton. That's what that reminds me of. This is what this person says that. I don't know why. It's like the same spirit, you know? It's the same evil spirit, the same demonic spirit that plagues these people to say these stupid things. All right, that's it. That's how we're covering now. That is all we're covering there. Let's go open Steam up and gonna play some Shadow of the Ninja Reborn. Oh, they have Superland. Anything on my wish list for sale? Tiger Heli's on sale. I don't know. Is Tiger Heli worth it? Looks kind of cool. That was a toe planning game. It's at $4.79 right now. Batsu guns on sale. Tiger Heli. Fixite. Vimana. Truxton Extreme. Snow Bros Wonderland. I don't know, man. That Truxton, it looks a little bit Euro schmuppy. All right, let's just. I don't really want to. I don't want to go here and do nothing, but stare at Steam. So let me go game capture. All right, I have to plug in my arcade stick. Oh, it's tangled up. Man, I have all this stupid wiring crap. It's all in Japanese. Why is it all in Japanese? It was on level 3. I've been doing this without any items because I actually want to like I use so many continues before, man. It's insane. So I'm gonna see if I can grind out this level at least. Actually, is the audio picking up? Let me see the audio levels. Which one is it? Application audio capture. Which one is it? I don't see the audio capture. Oh, there it is. Oh, that should be good. All right. Yeah, I really need a second monitor, man. All right, let's just restart. I have like one monitor, man. This is not efficient. Not efficient at all. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's not time efficient at all. These stupid robots, man. Oh, crap. I don't know how to do this fast. I need to look at runs to see it. How are you supposed to do this? Ah, crap. This part you have to be so freaking precise, man. Gosh. My gosh. You guys always get me, man. I'm gonna die a bunch, by the way. And I'm gonna die doing stupid crap, so. Don't make fun of me. Or I'll kill you. It is not good to make fun of anybody. For any reason, ever. Ah. Oh, because I got powered down, man. I know my chair makes it so awkward to play this game. I don't have this problem with other games, it's just this game. I think my grip's also tired today after my workout. Like when I play any shmup after, my gosh, man. So annoying. I think it looks like health and it's not. It's like something, some like stupid crap that like... Gosh, man. Oh, great. I lost the milk. Why even kill this guy? That pretty much screws me over. That's what I get for not being perfect literally all the time. Why even live if I'm not going to be perfect literally all the time? At every moment. Stupid monkeys. Ah. I didn't mean to have that. I wanted to have the laser gun. Alright, see if we can do this. Let's see if maybe I can just use this gun here. Oh, I can't actually. This beginning part takes so freaking long, man. I don't like this fight because of that. It just takes so long. There's probably a way to, like, increase the... Like, just kill these guys in, like, one hit or something. Maybe if I use this thing. No. Ugh. There has to be a way to do this faster, right? Ah! There it is. I don't actually know if you could do that without getting hit, to be honest. Because that, like, energy ball attack that he does is, like, really hard to avoid. Alright. That's fine. That's not good. Let's actually look at what, level 3... See what the level 3 leaderboards are. $138 milliseconds. What was my score? Well, I got better than these guys. I mean, I should be on the leaderboard. I think it has to ask you, and then if you don't accept, if you don't like say yes, then it's not gonna do it. But I got 300 seconds. I should be on the leaderboard. There's actually an option for that. Let me actually turn that on. It's under like sound settings or something. No, not sounds. Is it under game settings? Yeah, it's probably under game settings. Yeah. Does that automatically do it, or do I have to like? Because what was mine? It was like 300 seconds or something. Yeah, I don't know, you have to redo it, I guess. Let's just move on to stage 4. I don't really care that much, but let's see how this turns out. No items. Because I'm better than that. Not really, but you know. Ah. For some reason, I cannot route this section without freaking getting hit by these stupid flames. I always forget the order they come in and this level like took me forever to beat the first time. Oh, come on, dude. Some of the hitboxes in this level are kind of insane. Wow, the first time I did that without getting hit. When I did that originally, I had no idea that there was like a little thing on the top to grab onto. Come on, dude. I feel like pulled me towards it. Yeah. That's what happens when you don't route this thing out effectively. I should have just gone immediately. What the heck hit me? Yeah, of course. Gosh, dude. Yeah, I wish you could just... I don't know, man. It's kind of annoying having that menu constantly pop up, man. That's why I turned it off to begin with. Yeah, sure. Run right into the flame. Guys, I'm doing an anti-route where I basically do everything wrong. Really shows my skills. My anti-skills. At least I got that part down a little bit. Of course. Ugh. I like that was easier to do before. I don't know what happened last time that I didn't do this time. Oh, the ceiling didn't freaking kill me. Jeez, that was close. There's the health. At least they gave me something. That was definitely not the best way to do that. But whatever. She's the freaking gun at this point, dude. Wow. Guy hit me with a freaking bat. I don't remember what the boss fight even was in this level. Of course, right? Ah, man. Can you imagine the programmer who did that? He must have like playtested that specifically and been like, I know what I'll do. Right? I like there's so many moments in this game where I'm like, I can imagine that they just playtested the most obnoxious thing imaginable. Like perfectly obnoxious, you know? It's just like they perfectly timed the annoying thing to do. You know, time it perfectly and all that kind of crap. No! Gosh, dude. There was a health item right up there too, man. Don't do the spin. Oh, whatever. Fine, I don't care. Send my crappy score right there, man. I think that's just the amount of money you have anyways. I don't spend any of my money. I'm a cheapskate in this game like in real life, you know. You see, I don't really get that. I mean, like, that it just goes through the freaking platform, man. Or the little, like, thing. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know, I need to look at runs of this game. I know, I should probably be skipping past that, man. Not just waiting for that thing to pass by. And that's also kind of why I didn't like the stage that much, because of the constant waiting and the tight hitboxes. Whatever, man. I have no clue, man. I don't know. That's what you get for trying to be greedy. Ah, whatever. Kill this stupid retard. Ah, come on, man. Let's just do it that way. It's so close too, man. They couldn't give me any more like leeway with that, man. It's like so annoying. Oh my gosh, dude. Like getting on there is so annoying, man. It's just they just play tested the most obnoxious setup, man. Play test. Oh, they jump here, put an enemy right there. They don't already have enough to think about. I know I'm retarded, right? I know all you guys out there that are like, oh man, I'll beat this game in like 2 seconds, man. You're just a retard. You don't want to do anything. Whatever, man. Just I want to kill this stupid retard over here. Of course, right? Yeah, awesome. It wasn't worth it, right? Either way, you waste your time. So, whatever. That's how you do it. There you go. Stop being a dumbie for 10 seconds and you know what to do. Yeah. Man, it's just... The timing, man, is just so obnoxious. I love using that word to describe all the ways this game annoys me. Worked out for me. I should just use the downward strike, man. I don't know why I just don't do that. You guys have so much health, man. Oh, because I'm powered down right now. You know, the bee-headed legs of this freaking, like, robot dog. There's always things that cause problems. I already killed him. Ah, this is such a waste of time. Oh my gosh. I need to find a way to get through there faster. I need the fish. Oh, crap. The stupid soldiers, man. I really hate these guys, man. They have so much health. They're always on your freaking butt, dude. All the time, man. They're always just like... Yeah, it's like they have something out against you, man. It's so annoying. Alright, well. Oh, yeah, this boss fight, man. Oh, crap. Alright, well. Not a great time, but I got something. I should have just used the shotgun. That probably would have been better than the stupid machine gun. At least we got some spread. I don't know why I used that gun. I wish this game had a training mode, man. I want to be able to do like a boss rush or something. Let's see, how does I got like 400, I think. 400 seconds. Let me see what the time attack is on there. I'm number 30. Oh. Out of 100. Yep, there's me. Nothing that great. But got there at 400. I think it's at a 99 is all it counts up to, so 171, man. Guy probably recorded this on YouTube. I was looking up dudes on YouTube doing runs. See level 5 now. Oh, these guys, these green guys. These green guys, man. I hate these guys with a burning passion. I'm gonna have to start off this level with like an actual power up because like starting off like that powered down is just like insane. Jeez, man, I really hate these guys. What does this do? Like a blunderbuss? Die, just shoot a monkey to death, man. How insane is that? It's like realistic monkey sounds too. Like a real monkey died in the making of this game. Man, it's insane. Now get away from me. Oh my, do you see they chase you down, dude? These guys have a freaking vendetta against you. Gosh, man. There's a section on the left, and I'm not entirely sure what's even over there, but it's probably a waste of time. Okay, that's like a speed run tactic there, you know. I wish there was like a stage select mode that had the checkpoints, and or you could pick the checkpoints, you know. There's just certain meta features about this game, like setting, like practice modes and stuff that they just kind of omitted for no reason. So annoying, man. I'm just gonna avoid them. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh, these stupid soldier guys, man. Oh my gosh. Come on, dude. All right. All right. Should have probably did my work here. Get out of here. I really shouldn't be doing that. Stop doing that. Ah, okay. Didn't mean to do that, but whatever. You might as well just take the hits, man. Just take the hits and go, right? I need to find a strat around these guys where I just get the power up and just leave. Because I don't want to have to, like, pay every single time for stupid... You have to pay for it every single time, right? I don't care. Get away from me. I wanna find the designer of these enemies and I wanna freaking bash his head against the ground, dude. I'm not exaggerating either. I want to beat up the person who created these freaking enemies. I want to personally I want to have like an MMA match with the guy who did that, right? I want to find out where this guy lives. And I want to freaking fight him in real life, man. Only a guy who's never been in a fight would say that in real life. I've been in like a million fights. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got too fast for you, dude. Alright, let's go. I think, no, you can't do that. Can you do that? There's like a little pole underneath there. I know you can do this here. No. Oh, I shouldn't be doing that for time attack. Crap. Ah, of course. Oh my gosh. Land on the stupid platform, man. Land on the stupid platform. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Upload. Upload that. Why not? Landed. Nah. I'm just shooting these guys. These guys have it out against me, man. Oh, I know there's a platform down here. Nah, whatever. Screw you. Crap. Ah. Stupid man. Get out of here. Oh, crap. Ah, I had a health item too, man. I can even use that weapon. Probably not even do that if I'm not going to use that thing. My gosh, dude. You know how obnoxious this is, dude? It's because of the stupid timing. You have to... The timing. That stupid thing. Imagine this. They play test it. Oh, you know what would make it more annoying? You have to time the exact moment where that stupid platform is right on the edge. And then we'll put enemies around you so that they'll constantly be trying to attack you and you're unsure whether you're going to get hit or not any second there. Oh my gosh, come on, man. down diagonals, man. Yeah, that's very inefficient. Oh my gosh. I have no health items either, man. Oh my gosh, these stupid green guys, man. Leave me alone. The green guys. What hit me? Ah, thank goodness. I think this is it, right? No, it's not it. This level's long, dude. The red guys aren't that bad, man, but the blue guys are kind of insane. The fact they can aim in, like, what, like 6 directions or something? Or 3 directions? They can aim down, too, so they're like, they can basically aim in 8 directions, man. Oh yeah, I forgot, man. Some of the platforms, they're affected by your weight. So you have to jump and then... Oh my gosh. Now I'm all flustered. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember this level, this part took me so long. Alright, this part took me so freaking long when I played this the first time. I haven't played it since, so... There it is. Alright. I don't know. I don't think this fight's gonna be... It's not gonna be that useful to have a weapon in this fight. It's mostly like a timing fight. My gosh, I'm gonna die, dude. This is so lame. Oh my gosh. This fight's not that bad, actually, but made a lot of stupid mistakes in it. Nice. Oh no, wait. I wanted to actually submit it. I pushed the wrong button. Whatever. What is I got like 500 seconds. It's stage 5. 500 would have probably put me in the top like 30. Yeah, I would have been put up in the top 30. So lame. Whatever. All right, well. I don't know. I don't really feel like doing level 6 right now. All right, I think that's mostly it then. We've been going on for nearly 2 hours, hour and 45 minutes. So, and I mostly just did this to test out my audio setup, so, because I got some new equipment. So, hopefully it sounded better, so that's pretty much it though. I don't know what I'm going to stream again, but I don't really look at chat mainly because I'm not really anticipating any chat. I don't know, did anybody chat? Nobody watched. What is up with you people? All right, that's pretty much it though.